Welcome to Dicejunkies, and this is Random Encounters, episode 22, Fast and Honest. I'm here with
Q, Damien,
and I'm Xenodamus. Hope you enjoy.
Good.
So,
Start us off, Mr. Fleece.
all right.
I'm going to start this week. That's fine.
Yeah, go right ahead. And we've got a 12, so we're going to refer to our list of random encounters that I should have already had up. And Broken Superpowers
Finally rolled it up again.
Part 3.
Let's see, I believe Broken Superpowers 1 was Mind Control.
Yep.
And Broken Superpowers 2 was it teleportation?
Yep.
All right, then. So Broken Superpowers 3.
So this
Do you have one, or you want me to
this
throw it
one
out?
falls on to me, but honestly, yeah, I mean it's gonna go to one that me and Q have talked about many a times, and that's super speed, the speedster ability. Now, once again, just like with mind control, and just like with teleportation. It all depends on the level of and the type of speedster, because you have, without certain other abilities, speed is just a suicide.
Well, that's why we usually do as a two-part. We do how it's broken if it works, and then we do how it's broken if you don't, and when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let's do how it works. I mean,
But yeah,
movies.
super speed, you basically have a slowed sense of time where everything is. Biggest example is Quicksilver in the X-Men Apocalypse movie, where, oh my God, at that point, I don't know how you beat that. You're outrunning an explosion, not just once, but multiple times, going back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, you remember I've commented that if they had given him even just a pig-sticking knife, then Apocalypse's whole thing would have ended, because instead of punching Apocalypse, it would have been decapitated.
I mean, you see where you while you're in that super speed point, you tap something and it goes flying off like a bullet in real time, So
If he'd have snatched Psylocke's sword, he could have decapitated Apocalypse, shortened the movie dramatically, and resolved most of the trouble. But
they gave Apocalypse some kind of super sense where he was immediately.
Do you remember how long it
disabled.
took him to catch him, though?
It did take him a bit.
Like I said, if he'd have started off with, here's Apocalypse's head, that would have been the end of the movie.
And of course our other reference would be the Flash. As we've seen in the Flash TV series, who is most of the time Flash's biggest enemy?
They have to get another
speedster.
And one that's faster most of the time.
Yeah. It's always that, I pushed myself even harder now, and now I'm faster.
Speed Force.
Yeah.
Marvel movies even, I honestly think that's why Quicksilver had to die. A lot of people got mad Quicksilver died in the movie. I agree. I thought that was dumb as hell. But then I looked back on it and said, Marvel's a little bit more sensible in some ways than the Fox movies, and they probably said, we can't rationalize this guy being with the Avengers and a lot of stuff not being.
Yeah.
Because there just ain't enough people in the Avengers movies that can't be taken out by Quicksilver. It's like two. There's like two people that might be able, like Thor through sheer endurance and Hulk through sheer endurance.
Yeah.
Anybody else he can take out and make his vision. He can one-shot. The whole Civil War would have ended by whichever side Quicksilver was on won. That's pretty much it. So I was like, okay, they took him out because that's how powerful Super Speed is.
You basically got to be able to blindside a speedster, because anything he can see, he can dodge,
Essentially, Super Speed is countered by Super Speed, or one of our other broken superpowers. Now, how's it broken the other way? The second part is, you've got to have a lot of secondary and tertiary powers to be a super speedster.
We've seen in hurricanes and tornadoes where pine straw going fast enough has gone through a tree. If you hit a particle while going at super speed, you're dead.
Dude, just imagine if you didn't have the perception to go with it.
Yeah.
I can go super fast, except the problem is I don't have the perception, so I go faster than I can keep up with. And I just slam into something shortly after starting, and then friction.
Yeah, well, and then that they resolved that with the suit in
The Flash.
The Flash. But you have to worry about friction.
And still, honestly, they didn't come up with a good enough excuse for traction. Traction should be a major issue more than anything.
Well, yeah.
Like, screw friction. Like, you could not turn at any degree of super speed. Ask a track runner. There's a certain point of speed you hit where you're going the direction you're going, and that's it.
Well, that's also why the slowed time aspect sort of works better than just being.
I know.
Yeah, that time is slowing down around you more so than you're going super fast. The only problem with that is if time is slowing down around you, sort of like the Quicksilver, then when you zoom across to the other side of the globe,
it takes forever to use, so it's really boring.
Yeah.
This is just what you're seeing. Everything else I move, you're like, I don't really feel like I'm getting anywhere, actually.
And then you get back, and everybody's like, "Wow, that was quick," and you're like, "No, it wasn't." Yeah. So that's the flaw of that one, with the time slowing down around you. But yeah, with the Flash, he has the perception while he's going.
Flash
fast.
has the best of both worlds, which Quicksilver almost seems to cheat with a little bit, because at times it seems a slow perception, but at other times it seems a speedy. And for the Flash, the same thing. It seems like he can slow a perception, or he can just be there. And through the speed, I'm like, well, that's the greatest version. But without those, it is still broken in one way or another.
And the Flash has gotten more broken than Quicksilver ever had in the comics, at least what I've ever seen.
Oh,
where he starts doing the vibrations to go through solid materials, and
Those are really other superpowers, man. That's getting to me in other realms. Because molecular manipulation is really, I think, should be its own.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next is me.
All right, yeah. So roll on.
I've already thought of number 4 for broken superpowers.
We may change the topic, being each one of us has done.
I don't know, man. I was gonna go Doctor Who within time travel.
Oh.
Booyah!
Really, dude? Really?
Hey, it's gotta happen eventually. Why not every single time?
Episode?
If not you, then me. If not me, then Damien.
Yeah. So this is a critical fail. Q rolled a 1. Which is just where we talk about something horrible that we really don't care to talk about. Has anybody got a subject to bring up for something horrible today?
You want to talk about that terrible thing on YouTube we were looking at earlier? The debate.
No. No.
All right. I could cop out and we could talk about me and Fleece's argument about action figures versus boy dolls. He insisted action figures are a thing. I insisted those were dolls for boys.
Oh, all right. So transsexual it is. What was the comment you made earlier, Damien?
About what?
About transsexual.
I think it was transgender. I thought.
Or transgender, yeah.
Which comment?
You make a lot. That's true.
Oh, I remember what it was. It was about the Kardashians.
Oh, yeah. I read the oh man, it was a meme. It was like shout out to the Kardashians, because they're confused about what to get their father for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have the answer to that. Driving lessons.
Yeah.
That's a gift to everyone that lives anywhere on a road near that place. I think people focus on the wrong problem there. I'm like, stop running people over. I don't care what you are when you do it. Just stop doing it.
That's a conversation in itself. Don't run people over.
I know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the transgender thing all came up because of a YouTuber, Blair White. I think it was Blair White.
You're being accused of not being
transgender.
being
accused of not being transgender. And are looking at her and going, you know what? Because she's hot. She is. all we could think is this was some dude, like these guys that were complaining that she wasn't transgender, was because they were trying to convince themselves it was okay.
You know, after 3 or 4 times of whacking to her, they were like, wait a minute, what? You know? And I'm like, no, man, she's got to be a chick, man. She's got to be. Because who would argue with you and go, you're not transgender? What?
Yeah, I mean, who...
One, it's none of your business. 2, who cares?
Who lies?
3,
Who lies about being transgender? Something that is so discriminated against and so disliked.
Especially given her political views,
Yeah.
like she's in a very small demographic that no one optionally aims for. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
have
she's-
friends on any side
She's
of
a
the fence.
transgender that also has some conservative
Views. It's
views.
not an overly feminist
Yeah.
transgender. And that has made her. I've seen the videos, man. She gets a lot of flack.
Yeah.
man. There's
She
a
was
bunch of
targeting
people.
a lot of stuff.
And I'm going like, yeah, you may say she did it for attention, but I'm like, that ain't the kind of attention anybody aims for.
No, I don't.
Hey, but B, dude, she's an adult. You know how easy it is to prove if she's transgender? It's called a high school yearbook. She transitioned as an adult, which means there's going to be a massive amount of evidence
Well, when it
of
got
what
brought
her
up,
gender
I mean,
is.
She showed numerous pictures of.
Dude, it wouldn't have been that hard
But-
unless she's not using her real name to not pull up a
Well,
friggin'
I mean,
yearbook picture.
honestly, Blair is probably not her name she had before her transition.
How hard, though? I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's the kind of thing that can be disproven so easy that the claim is silly. It'd literally be like, here's my yearbook, go to hell.
Not to mention probably the amount of doctor bills you have for the transitioning. But,
The legal certificate where you changed your name and gender.
Yeah.
So, like, it was such a wild claim because it's like,
Well, what I take from this whole conversation is don't be a dick.
yeah.
Treat everybody equally.
Well,
don't
and
be
once
a fucking
again,
dick.
we were coming to the same conclusion we did last time we rolled something horrible, and that there are a lot of horrible people.
well, yeah. But, that was just amusing because I'm sitting here going, like, first of all, who is this guy? Why does he care? And that's how we realized he must have been really doing some masturbating, man. It was just like, no, it can't be true.
I couldn't blame him for that. But
For the can't be true or all the masturbating.
for all the masturbating. I mean, you saw her.
All right, woo! Let's.
That was pretty horrible. Let's
Roll
go.
the dice.
Yeah, let's. Oh. So yeah, for our first test on doing this as a possible podcast, we had to get something that we had to roll a 1.
That's how you're rationalizing this, right?
Yeah.
Just like that guy was
16.
rationalizing, but she can't be.
16, we have board games. Is number 16.
Oh yeah,
on the
National
list.
Board Game Weekend popped up.
Yeah, that was a
last
couple
weekend.
weeks ago. Yeah.
A couple weeks. I don't know.
I think it was a couple weeks ago.
I lose track of time, man.
Yeah. But we had an event not far from us pop up, and we went to it. Me and Q and another friend of ours, and had a really fun time playing some board games we hadn't played before. We played what was that? Evolution, which looked really bad and dorky, and I was just like, yeah, this is.
It looked so low tier, but then it ended up being really friggin' fun. I was
Yeah,
like, wow. Like that was actually a really fun game. Especially when we actually got like those important rules that somebody forgot to tell us when we started.
One of if the guy that introduced us to the game actually listens to us, because we found out he had not listened to us yet when he realized how ruthless we were at
He
board
got a
games.
rude awakening thinking we played nice.
Yeah, he was rudely awakened as we started slaughtering and massacring
Him
each other
specifically.
and him. But he was the easy target, and we decided to go ahead and knock him out of the.
I love his reaction of, I should have played more seriously. We're like, yeah, you should.
Yeah. You would have known if you would have watched our videos.
Yeah, we're very aggressive.
All it had to do was like play Munchkins with you.
Oh, those kids so brutal. They were playing Munchkin, and I opted out because I was like, you people don't know
no.
how ugly a game of Munchkins gets.
Well, that no, they were also playing Tokyo. They had which is another game I've been quite brutal on.
Oh yeah, the one with the monsters. Destroy
What's
Tokyo.
the game?
Whatever.
The game you and I played, and then WC got into it, where you get the cards, and you're building your empire.
Oh, Dominion. Yeah.
I've heard Dominion stories. I have not tried it yet.
Yeah. It gets ruthless, and because the deck that you are building from changes up each game. Similar to the Legendary when we played that.
Oh man, Legendary is fun.
Where the deck changes. So the strategy changes each game. So you have to be good on the fly with strategy, which, me and Damien you'd be great at it, So that was really fun. I recently picked up Shadowrun Encounters, which...
Is Shadowrun's another one of those games? Let's bring this up because this is something new for people that haven't known about board games. There are a lot of cooperative board games now. Yeah. Where it's you versus the game versus you versus the other players.
Oh, yeah. Pandemic. Once again, the Legendary card games.
Yeah, you're going against the game itself. The Predators, Aliens versus Predators.
Yeah, which is another version of the Legendary.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, it's different. It's pretty different in a lot of ways, too. So a new thing is that there's these board games where it's co-op, which is such an interesting concept because it's like a video game, board game.
But, I mean, we still find ways to be competitive.
Oh, of course. We still try to win and destroy everyone else, but because, well, again, if he watched our videos, he'd have known that his evolution game, he's over here like, I'm going to gather food. And we're like, you could be a carnivore. Yeah. And immediately, like, this wave of man-eating monsters.
So I started immediately being defensive.
He went defensive because he knew we and Ben were going to try to kill everyone, which we did.
Yeah, which is why he got attacked so heavily, is because I'd stacked my defenses. And so the carnivores are looking at him going... Well, you're the only thing we can eat.
Because eating each other is just like we were set up to like, oh, you try to eat my guy, you take damage, you lose the guy. But he's just over here just like all tasty and delicious looking. So it's like, and he literally had no animal. Like every round he had to start over because we would eat all of his creatures. Finally, he started getting defensive evolutions, not realizing that like Ben was waiting and started going, I've got that too, and it still kept eating him. It was hilarious.
So that was fun. All right. Hey, Google, roll D20.
All right. You rolled a 13.
13. Honesty versus manners.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Well, this is one that I sort of put on there because I am often told that I'm an asshole. And it's not that I am an asshole. It's because I'm honest. I don't like to lie.
Are also an asshole.
You're both. Well, he's not really. He's honest and he's blunt.
Yeah.
He doesn't sugarcoat shit.
Well, no, you really shouldn't.
Well, because I figure if I sugarcoat it, they're not going to get the severity that it needs to be taken as.
I pick my friends based on honesty because I can't stand. Because honestly, how can you be good friends with someone if you don't know how they feel? How can you? I don't even understand how that works. I mean, you sit up there with somebody and they're sitting there thinking, I can't stand the way he does this or what he says this, and they don't say anything. And to me, that just is a waste of time.
I mean, my ex-wife asked me one day, she's like, hey, these jeans make my ass look fat. And I was like, no, your ass makes your ass look fat. And apparently that was the wrong answer, and now I'm divorced. But...
Well, don't ask a question you don't want. Like, I understand manners. I'm polite to people when I'm out. There have been several times somebody said something and I've given the polite answer. But I'll be honest. When I'm giving a polite answer, it's because there's somebody I don't care about. Therefore, I don't care. No. So why ruin their day?
Yeah.
Why ruin anyone's day that's not someone that you have a reason to be honest to? I understand that.
See, that's the problem, though. Okay, so you're saying manners to not ruin somebody's day. But why do people have to be so fucking sensitive that honesty has to ruin their day? Why can't people take honesty and go, oh, my hair doesn't look good? And obviously I would say it doesn't look good to me. Because everybody's opinion is different. But don't take that offensively if I don't like your hair. Just go, unless you're trying to impress me, what's it fucking matter if I like your hair?
True.
Right, here's my take on this honesty versus manners thing. I don't really see a versus there. All right. If the Domino's girl comes up and gives him my food and I sign my paperwork and she says, have a nice night, and I say, you have a nice night too, that's manners. Okay? That's manners. Not being a dick to someone is manners. You know,
Well, yeah,
if there's an older gentleman that's talking to me, you know,
manners and honesty can definitely go hand in hand. But at some points, it becomes when certain questions are asked, we have been taught and led that we are supposed to give these set answers because those are proper manners, and instead of being honest. You know, when somebody says, "Hey, having a nice day?" and you look at them and you go, "Yes," half the time you're lying.
Yeah, how was your day is often not answered correctly.
Yeah.
Very few people go, how was your day? And they don't go, I'm having a crap day and screw you.
Yeah.
I guess that's not manners, they screw you on the end. But most people go, yeah, it's a great day.
Now,
yeah.
I don't think you should give your life story either, but if somebody asks me how my day is, I may look at them and go, crap, how was your day? No explanation needed. It's just crap. It's a crap day. It happens. Everybody has them. Why is it so wrong to say crap?
It's not. That's actually manners. That is actually you didn't say anything wrong there. That is actually manners. You engaged them in conversation and you answered their question.
That's not what everybody would consider manners. Everybody else.
Everybody else is pretty fucking stupid.
Well, okay, there you go.
Well, of course we can't.
Yeah.
I mean, we're three people that agree on this subject, so that's why we got to also be objective. We all know that we prefer honesty, and we consider manners don't be rude about your honesty.
Yeah,
but
don't
we
be
prefer
a
honesty.
dick.
But there are people that think that the proper manners is not being honest if it means being polite. And to me, I prefer truth. There's nothing I hate more than I'm walking around and I got something on my face or whatever, so nobody says anything. That'll piss me off. I go look in the mirror and be like, I talked to 3 people I thought I was cool with today. Yeah. Nobody told me that, like, when I shaved, I left a blotch of blood on the side of my freaking face, and they didn't say anything.
Actually, it looks like you did.
Probably, see? But you told me. And, you're like, and then you go like, hey, man, why you saying there? Like, I didn't think I needed to say anything. I'm like, yeah. If I walk up here and we're about to get on camera and there's some freaking spaghetti sauce beside Zito's head, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to be like, yo, man, how the hell did you even get that in your eyebrow? You know what I mean? Like,
it'd most likely be in my goatee. That's where food likes to live.
So, but it's a subject. We won't beat the dead horse, but basically, people
you guys
don't want
won't
honesty.
beat the dead horse.
What?
I was interrupted twice in this conversation.
Well, I don't have any manners.
Well, interrupt back, man.
No, because I have manners.
All right, well, fuck your manners. Say
Yeah, speak up.
The only other thing that I was going to say is, like, a gentleman older than me.
Okay.
All right, I'll say yes, sir, no, sir.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's just respect for my elders. Yeah, I was raised that way. If he's a dick, I'm going to be a dick back. I was raised that way too.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I can have manners, but I'm going to be honest with you too, especially if you're a dick.
Let's see, and I guess it does boil down to the definition, like we were saying. Mine was more of that point where they meet. To me, yes sir, no sir, that's respect. Honesty doesn't really have any kind of counter to that.
Yeah.
But there are points where manners and honesty do collide, and that was more of where this.
But see, to me, that's more PC.
Yeah, and like he said, all 3 of us are sort of on the same aspects, so it sort of makes it a little more difficult to argue.
Because essentially, people consider it good manners that during especially casual interaction to say what was the polite or programmed response versus an honest response. And that's a common thing you hear. People ask you something and they want you to say back what they want to hear, and it's like, I'd rather you didn't ask me if, don't make me tell you, do you like my hair? Okay, I'm not supposed to ever say no. I'll admit, though, if I've known you long enough, even if it's a casual response, I might say, I liked it when you had your hair long. I've done that before, but only with people, unfortunately, I have to do that only with people that I know that well, even though that should be the answer if it's true to every single person that answers that question.
Once again, probably why I'm divorced is when my ex-wife cut her hair off. I was like, I don't like your hair short.
Well, you should be able to say that to your wife, though. I mean, that goes into I would hope with your wife, you're familiar enough with her that if she says, how do you like this hairstyle, you should be able to go, that's not my favorite hairstyle. I mean, you don't go, your hair's always fucked up. That's not a good answer.
Yeah.
But you can go, I liked it when it was long.
But you see, I don't exactly agree with that, because if somebody from the office comes up and goes, "So how you like my hair?" I don't. It's not my thing. I don't.
Well, I mean,
And then it has nothing to do with being in manners. She asked me a direct question. I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
give
I
her
agree
my-
with you, but
know.
I've had women
but that's
come
not
up to me
expected.
before and ask me that. Now I've told them, I was like, I don't really like short hair on women. I prefer women that have long hair.
And some women
Yeah,
can
there's
take it, and some
nothing-
people think
there's
you're rude.
nothing-
Now,
rude.
now there have been several women, just a small handful that have managed to pull off short hair. I'm amazed because I don't normally like it, but yeah. But on the general, it's just like, no, I don't like it.
long hair.
And some of them would consider you rude,
Yeah.
even though they asked you. It wasn't even a yes or it was a question
Yeah.
that you're supposed to give an answer to.
If they ask my opinion, they're going to get my opinion.
There you go. So honesty.
Yeah, honesty is the way we usually go. Though I will admit, I'll man up and say that I won't lie to you guys. I do occasionally err on the side of manners, especially if it's somebody I really don't know, because I don't care enough, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's more me just going like, looks great, whatever. I hope I never see you again. Walk off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there you go. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and down below we have a description with all of our social media. Check that out. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Google+. All the links are down there. You can see some behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as, just whenever we're posting something, we always post to those medias as well. Also, you can look over to the side here, and we'll have some links to some other videos you might want to check out, as well as below you'll see the Dicejunkies icon where you can click to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.